Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 177 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. Logan, how are you today, tonight, tomorrow?
I am. Yeah, I'm feeling like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think a
Yep.
lot of people are feeling that, or
Yep.
they're trying to get some lucky ones. So I got a great show for everybody today. We are Chronicles has dropped, so two drops in 2 weeks here for NASCAR. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do myself next week, but we'll worry about that next week. So we're going to talk about Chronicles. We have a little. We have about a lot of F1 news to kind of cover real quick. Maybe some of the implications for that. The Racing Card Hall of Fame. We're going to check in with Logan about that, get an update, and we're going to look for some bounties. So we got some bounties in NASCAR. We're gonna pick Logan's brain and mine as well on that, and then we'll finish the show with King's Court.
Yep. We'll be doing a point counterpoint with the bounties between Val and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But first, a little housekeeping here. Want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, of course, and shout outs to Jason Freeman, Kyle Sachs, High Octane Cards, Skid Marks, Robbie's Hobbies, and Misha Wines for the YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Let's. Oh yeah, I forgot that we got had a little race there. So let's do a quick racing recap. Um, Anything else before we get going? Did I miss anything?
No, man, you're good to go. Keep
All
rolling.
right. So we are getting close to the start of the NASCAR season officially over at the Craftsman Truck Series. Race one will be the Fresh from Florida 250 from Daytona International Speedway, Friday, February 16th. 1 week to go. And then over the Xfinity Series, they're getting ready to start. Race number one, Beef is What's for Dinner 300, Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 17th. And over at the Cup Series, we had the 2024 Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum. That was Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, and Denny Hamlin was our winner, pre-flood winner.
Yes. That was an unprecedented race. NASCAR moved up a race 24 hours, and they've never done that in their 75-year plus history ever. That was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. In fact, I think I even texted you, and you're like, "What? Wait, huh? You hadn't even heard about it yet."
No, I didn't. I had other stuff going on, and I was like, "What?" Anyway, yeah, um, they got it right though. So
They really did. I feel for all the folks in California right now, man. They are getting pummeled by this rain and all the landslides and all the trees going down and all the issues that they're having there with all the flooding. It's just been terrible.
that is not nice stuff. So I wonder how the weather was in Daytona.
I think the Daytona weather was rather nice.
Gotcha. All right.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah. If you're talking to Dale Earnhardt Jr. All right. So, real quick, Denny Hamlin, his rookie cards in 2005. He has the Panorama, which was, I think it was an insert. I don't remember what. Oh, that was regular and base press pass. 2005 press passes, signings, a few versions of that, which are the autographs. 2005 press pass top prospects memorabilia. You can get serial number to 200, part of a shoe and sheet metal, or I'm sorry, sheet metal and tire. And then when you get to 2005 press pass Optima, he has a base card there, and only a few parallels. 2005 press pass Stealth, the no boundaries insert. 2005 press pass Trackside, card number 37 adds a base card with the different parallels. What one note there is there's a hot pass insert, and there's a hot pass from the National as well. And then over in 2005, Wheels American Thunder, also a base card number 89, and a American Thunder license to drive insert as well.
That's actually quite a few cards.
Yeah, it looks like 3 base cards, and also included in the inserts for some of those other issues that they did in 2005. And again, we talked about, future Hall of Famer. Price is not too bad. Well, I want to say like under what, $10 for the base, 15 under for the base. Autos
Yeah,
might be a little more. So again, NASCAR is so affordable compared to some of the other sports. But NASCAR's been producing cards uh, every year since 1988. So plenty of cards and multiple releases each year as well. So for the most part,
yeah, except for I guess the early '80s. But then,
early 80s, yeah, 2015. Otherwise, you had multiple companies, everything. But yeah, we can go off on a tangent. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff out there. Good and not too expensive. And next race number 1 for the season. Actually, I take it back. I didn't update it didn't update my slide, but the Daytona 500 is going to be Sunday, February 18th.
yeah,
I'm
no,
looking forward to that. So
me
one
too. I
more
can't wait
week.
for that.
Exactly. Over in Formula One, they're off. They don't start until March 1st for the Bahrain Grand Prix. And over in IndyCar, they don't start until March 10th. So it's coming.
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it, man.
Yep. So we have, again, we have the Super Bowl this weekend, and then we'll get back to racing. All right. You want to touch some of the F1 news first before we go to Chronicles?
Yeah, we might as well since we were just talking about F1.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, a little bit of news. I don't know if this was, we had the news about Andretti. They were trying to get a new charter, create a new team, 11th team. They were denied. A lot of confusion with that, saying there wouldn't be competitive. That they said that they could have a in-person meeting, but Andretti didn't show up. And then I saw that Andretti said that they never saw the email or something. So that was a whole big stink in the U.S. Folks listening in the other parts of the world, that was a big deal in the U.S. But then the next day, totally wiped that off with Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari.
Squirrel.
It's not squirrel. It's like, I don't know, pink unicorn.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, just like sucked the air right out of the room. And like, Andretti, who? What? I mean, that. And it's not even this year. It's like in 2025. So is that like this is a dead year for both for Hamilton and Carlos Sainz, who's replacing?
Yeah, he's definitely a lame duck driver this year. So is Mercedes? Are they really going to put anything into trying to let him win? I don't think
Right.
so.
Right. Then you have the other information, which I don't know that much about it, but the principal for Red Bull here has allegations or whatever, and he's got to go in front
Christian
of,
Horner.
yeah. So I don't know too much about that. So what that does to Red Bull, but you know, it turns Ferrari. They're going to be super excited to have Lewis Hamilton come in. Carlos Sainz is like, "I showered today. What's going on?"
Yeah,
And then everybody's probably lining up for the Mercedes seat.
yeah. So yeah, that's the big question. I haven't heard anything about who's going to be replacing Lewis Hamilton next year. I mean, I'm sure that's all to be decided. But do you think this is going to do anything for Lewis Hamilton's cards? Do you think they go up, they go down, they stay the same? I mean, what do you think?
I, I don't. I don't know. I mean, the fans are the fans for Lewis Hamilton. I think maybe people will be clamoring for that first card with Lewis Hamilton in a Red Bull uniform, Red Bull with Ferrari uniform, right? So I can see that card, or if that's going to be a tops now or something like that, they'll probably go nuts with that. Um, but I think it kind of kind of gives him a bump because he's in the news. That one of
Mhm.
the things kind of it's pretty good news. A lot of forward looking. You think you're hoping he's going to have this great success and he's going to win multiple championships over at Ferrari, and Ferrari's happy to have him. They're going to pour all kinds of resources into his car and stuff. So, but got to live in the real world. You got to execute all that too. So,
Well, it's kind of like Ferrari's been like the office, so to speak. So this is what Lewis Hamilton's going to.
yeah, exactly. Is he going to get the barbecues or all the transmissions and all the other bad luck that Ferrari's had? But poor Carlos Sainz, he was the only driver from any other team other than Red Bull to win a race, and he broke Max Verstappen's streak, which I called, by the way.
Yeah,
So,
you did.
and so how does he get rewarded? You're out of here, dude.
Yeah, that's a slap in the face for sure. For F1 I think it's pretty cruel, man. And I'm looking at this, and this is telling me that Lewis Hamilton is. I don't know that he's going there for performance, more so than he's going there for probably a big payout. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I couldn't. I probably can't dispute that because he's at the later end of his career. He surely got paid a hefty sum of money to go to Ferrari. It gives them all hope, and of course Ferrari's got the name. So maybe this is kind of where he's going to end up retiring, and he's I don't know how many year deal he signed, probably a multiple year I would expect. So
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know what the expectations are. Does he really even have a chance to get an eighth championship? Honestly, right now, looking at the way Ferrari has been in the past, I say no, not a
oh
chance.
yeah, no way.
Mm-mm.
But this is definitely sets him up, and maybe does he even need to race? I know we like to say you want to think that he's racing, he wants to win that other championship or multiples, but at the end of the day, you know, it's the what Andrew Luck from the go to the football thing like, hey, I'm good, you
Yeah,
know,
bye bye.
yeah, so I can go do something else. He can start his own F1 team or whatever. So
Yeah, I mean, how much money does Lewis Hamilton honestly need? I'm sure he has made a considerable amount of money in Formula One, not to mention endorsements and other things, just like like Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his dad, and they made more money off of endorsements and souvenir sales than they ever did from the race purses. So I would like to think Lewis Hamilton is already set for life. Why he's doing this again? I guess he thinks maybe that they'll turn things around and he may be able to get back in his winning ways. I don't know. I think next year, not next year, in 2025 when he goes to Ferrari, I think he'll win a race, but I don't know how. I don't know that he's going to win multiple races. If Red Bull stays where they are now, or even elevates themselves, because at some point all these teams are going to have to elevate. You can't stay status quo. You've got to keep trying to get better all the time. So if they all still elevate at the same level, Red Bull is just still going to kick everybody's butt. So I don't know. We'll see. I, you know,
yeah,
I'm, I'm tired. I'm tired of Max winning every damn week.
well, how about Red Bull? 95% of the races, right? 95 and change. So when I saw that they were denying Andretti because they wouldn't be competitive, I just quickly went out to Twitter and said, "How competitive could it be when only two teams have won all the races and one team won, 95% of the races? So if it wasn't
Mhm.
for Carlos Sainz' one win, Red Bull would have won them all." So
That's entirely true. So that just tells me that it seems like in my opinion, that F1 is the good old boy network. It's all about the money. It's not about the competition. And because they even said uh, that what is it that Andretti joining F1 would not help F1. It would only help Andretti in their name. So that's just wrong. I think that's wrong.
I did see that. One other thing though, they said was that everything's set up for 10 teams, and to add an 11th team, add two more spots to the grid, having to split the money another way. But then I was thinking, how come we, and again, this is a naive American here speaking, is because I hear about foot, soccer, football, where they relegate the bottom teams and they get kicked out and they bring up the highest other team kind of a thing. So it was like, now if they would jettison the lowest team and bring in a new team like Andretti or whatever, that would make the the bottom teams try a little harder, I would think, because they wouldn't know which one of the ones would get. It all would depend
Mm-hmm.
on how your results. So the Gene Haas's and all those other teams that are bottom feeders and been bottom feeders and whatever, you know, does F1 really need a worse team? Would they be served better by bringing in somebody who will try harder or risk getting jettisoned out again?
That's very true. So I mean, we'll see. But there used to be, if I remember correctly, there used to be 11 teams in Formula One, and then they went back to 10. So it's because, like in the days of Michael Schumacher, if I remember correctly, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, they had 11. There was 11 teams, and there was 22 cars.
Yeah, that's before my time, but I didn't watch it then. Anyway, so really interesting developments pre F1 season. So
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see how things play out and team orders play out this year, because you've
yeah,
got two different teams in play. You've got Ferrari and you've also got Mercedes. And are they going to let their supposedly second driver win the races and not let Lewis Hamilton win? We'll see.
yeah, but I think definitely, if you think about it, help Lewis Hamilton's cards, and whoever gets that Mercedes seat will help.
It will definitely help their cards, no doubt.
So, real quick, the Racing Card Hall of Fame. You want to give an update real quick?
Yes, I will give a quick update. The voting ended this past Saturday. We are currently in the process of verifying all the voting. We're like I said, we're all working on that. The committee's working on that. And what we will be doing next week, we will be announcing the inductees for the 2024 class of the Racing Card Hall of Fame. And we'll have the website ready where you can go to the website and see it. But we will announce that and we will go over the winners, which I already pretty much know the winners. I've just got to get everybody to verify on the committee. I'm still waiting for a couple people to verify the voting. So
Your
that's where we
NDA
are.
is still in effect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're not going to mention anything until next week when we reveal it next week. So
All right. All right. Let's move over to Chronicles. Another week and another NASCAR release. So this is awesome.
yeah, it's unprecedented. I don't think this has ever happened.
Yeah, now that you say that and say it out loud, we've never. I don't think we've ever seen this. So, but we'll cover the 2023 Chronicles real quick here, and then we'll get into the meat and dig through the checklist. So, and then we have an all Chronicles, sorry, all Prime King's Court. So,
Yep, gonna be cool.
and so just for everybody's reminder here, we have the Vertex, which I believe is a new um, set inside of Chronicles. We have the XR autographs, Hollow Silver, and Select examples there from the sell sheet. The Prime Jumbo patches are still in there, which is awesome. Elite Materials, Hollow Gold. The Recon Jumbo Swatch Hollow there. And Select with the purple version clear Vision. That's a set that's is coming back. And then Immaculate, which is new, that's replacing Spectra. and you get 8 cards per pack, 6 packs per box, 16 boxes a case. You will get on average 3 autos, 1 memorabilia card, and 2 immaculate cards per box. And let me see, the Chronicles Racing returns for 2023 with all the best brands and parallels that feature the top drivers of the sport. The best part of Chronicle is the amount of sets to collect, and 2023 will be no different. Find a selection of subsidiaries, including C2S, Optichrome, and PETG in every box.
Oh yeah, we got the PETG back. That's the polyethylene terephthalate glycol cards,
Oh man, I love that.
which are the clear cards, of course.
Yeah, keep it from yellow, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And then find swatches of tire, fire suit, and sheet metal in the Chronicle swatches, Recon Jumbo materials, gold, standard, newly minted memorabilia, and prime jumbo swatches. And look for autographs from top stars, veterans, and the rising prospects of NASCAR. So that is the sell sheet recapped quickly. If you want, I think we went through that a lot heavier in episode 150.
Yeah, we did.
So let me share my screen. I have the Panini website up. All right, there it is. And if you remember right, you can go to Racing 2023 Panini Chronicles, and you can view the different sets here. So we have the Chronicles, which is returning. We have Classics. I believe this is a new one.
Yep, classics is new.
And
One of
good,
the
what?
like 12. It's like one of the 12 different new ones we've got this year.
There are a lot of new sets in Chronicles this year. I don't think we had that many last year, but um,
No.
they've added a lot of stuff to it. So so we got the Checos here. So Brittany Vizor, Zamora, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Cindric, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Matt Kenseth, Brad Kozlowski, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Joe Logano, Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Jeff Gordon, and Danica Patrick. So it's a 15 card set there. So that's classics. We have Clear Vision. That is a 30 card set.
Wow, that's pretty big.
That's what I was thinking when I clicked on that. I did see some new names in here, which I was excited to see. I don't know if maybe it was Chronicles. Let me go to Chronicles.
Well, I'm guessing that the polyethylene terephthalate glycol supply chain has eased up, and now they can make more cards.
I think you're right.
It could be.
So yeah, this is one here. So this is the Chronicles, and this is going to be the black version here, but the other versions will have the same driver. So Danny Hemrick, Blaine Perkins, that's a name I don't remember. Austin Wayne Self, Justin Bonzigor,
Bonsignori, yeah.
Lois Allen, Blaine Curry, Christian Eckes, Brennan Poole, Jordan Anderson, Anthony Alfredo, Jack Wood, Jesse Awuji, Ben Rhodes, Jake Drew, Cole Moore, Jeff Burton, Jeremy Clements, Derek Kraus, Daniel Dye, and Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, as you can see, those are like young drivers and rookies.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. There we have the classic, which I think I already talked about, and then I backtracked. Clear Vision, Clearly Donruss. Let me see how many are in there. It's a 24 set. So that looks like more of your cup drivers there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Clearly Donruss. Contenders. That's a set that's back again.
Ty freaking Gibbs.
Yeah. Again, Rajah Caruth. Contenders. Let's see. Elements. I think that was a new one.
Yeah, you notice they put the S on there,
Yeah.
not to be confused with Element from
Yeah. From Press Pass.
FS. Yep.
So that's a 10 card set. I missed one. I jumped over Crown Royal.
Tasty.
Eklar. Yeah. Eklar's choice. I don't know who Eklar is, but
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Maybe there's something Eklar's at Panini, works at Panini. I have to ask Misha. And this is his choice.
Yep.
Only 6 cards.
Interesting.
Yes. So we'll find out more about that. Then we have contenders. There's a Cornerstones Material Signatures. There's only 6 in there, but
Yeah,
more.
that's only going to probably be in hobby boxes. You probably won't see those in blasters.
There's Elite. 12 there. It's just packed with all kinds of different sets. And so this is the Immaculate. So this is going to be the high end. You get 2 per box, replacing Spectra. And this was a very large set, if I remember right. And
I think it's 89 on here. I don't know if they're going to have image variations or not.
yeah, but again, you only get 2 a box. That's quite a bit. That is a tough chase right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did it the first year with Spectra, and that was tough. In fact, my last card I needed was Ty freaking Gibbs of all people.
Then we have Lightning. And so that is a 20 card set. Looks like all the usual.
You got Rajah Caruth in there.
Yep. Richard Petty, Jesse Iwuji, Jordan Anderson, Tony Brondinger, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Haley Deegan, Kyle Busch. That's a Lightning. So again, that one's a new one. Luminance. I believe that's another one. Haley Deegan, Ricky Stenhouse, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Larson, Riley Herbst, Tyler Eckring, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Pierce, Richard Petty, Tyler Reddick, Natalie Decker, and Tony Brodinger. So that's Luminance. We have Magnitude.
Yep, that's coming back.
Yep. And so that's a pretty big set, 35. So that's Magnitude, Mosaic. This is a new one. Greg Galding, Eric Grace making an appearance. Jesse Iwuji. All right, help me with that one.
Takuma Koga.
Yeah. Haven't heard that name before.
Yeah, I think he's been in car. I think he's got cards this. I think he may have cards in Donruss.
Okay.
I have to go back and double check. I may be right, but I may be wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You might be right. You might be wrong. So because we're kind of doing this on the fly here, with the Chekos releasing and Chronicles dropping, which is available at the Panini website for $120. I think Prime is actually still up on the website for $250, which is awesome. So we have Recon. Scores back. Tommy Joe Martins, Vinny Miller, Timmy Hill, Brent Moffitt, Chris Neckes, Parker Chase, Ben Rhodes, Ty Dillon, Bailey Curry, Blaine Perkins, Koga, Rajah Caruth, Brendan Poole, Austin Wayne Self, and Anthony Alfredo. So that's score.
Saucy.
Yeah. Score, select. I like select.
I do like select. It's old school. We're old school guys.
Yeah. Parker Chase. And let's go back to select next. Thunder. Yeah, 15 card set. Looks like all cup drivers.
Yep. So you notice they have Lightning and Thunder.
I did not know that, but yeah, man. Titanium.
Yeah. I see Bubba in there, Jeffy Pooh.
Yep. Torque. So that is a 15 card set with Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Parker Chase, Jake, Drew, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Bobby Labonte, Jordan Anderson, Rajah Cruz, Justin Bondasanor,
Yep.
Kogar, Jesse Uji, Lois Allen, Alex Bowman, Haley Deegan, Jeff Gordon. I'm not sure about that mix, but
That's a kind of an eclectic mix of drivers there.
yeah,
Kind of all
it's
over
like
the place.
yeah. I was like, all right, what do I do with these folks? We'll just put them in there. Okay, so this is the Vertex, and this is a 20 card set. It's like
Matty
all cup.
D.
Yeah, I was gonna say all cup drivers, but thought I saw Matty D in there. So
Yeah. It's
yeah,
got the king.
Vortex XR is back. 15 card. I saw Brittany Zamora, Tony Brondinger, and that's XR. And Zenith is back. That's a 15 card set. Kaz Gralla and Ryan Ellis. Those are I haven't seen those names when we've been looking at these, but Zenith. All right, so that's all the different sets inside of Chronicles 2023.
Well, I did a quick perusal of the different brands before we went on air here, and I counted 30 different brands within this year's Chronicles. That's
Wow. Yeah, every box is a box of chocolates.
It is a box of chocolates, and and I hope the collation's better this year than it's been in the past, because the collation has not been very good. I'll get 10 of one driver and 0 of another driver in the same, just like say, for example, in score, in one brand. So it's just to me that's not real good. That's when you're a set builder like I am, like you are, and a lot of our listeners and viewers are. That's not a good thing.
I wonder if that's, well, you think about it, right? How they actually make the cards, package the cards. They're going through feeders, and I'm wondering if it's because, I guess where I'm going is if you have these boxes, they're coming off the line, they're going into the same cases, you're getting a lot of that repeat. If they need to kind of shuffle the boxes going into the cases so that you're not getting in a case that you're not getting stuff right off the line next to each other. So
yeah, and another thing too. I mean, I like this set this year. I like the fact that they've got a lot of different cards to chase. In fact, I went and looked at the master checklist, and there are 6,335 different cards that you can collect for the master set.
wow,
that is a lot of cards.
That will keep you busy.
No doubt. The only other thing I want to say about it is, I know there's a lot of clear cards this year. They look great, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be negative or anything, but I'm just not a fan of the clear cards because they're so condition sensitive, and a lot of them that I've gotten in the past have been scratched pretty severely and dinged, bent, and all kinds of issues. And I just don't think over time that those cards are going to hold up, even though they are polyethylene terephthalate glycol. I'm just it's just not something that interests me. I'm just not a fan of those cards. I mean, I know a lot of people are, but I'm just not. I'm more old school. I like the Score and those kind of brands. And the shiny's okay. It's so shiny, but overall, I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to Chronicles. The thing I'm going to like the best out of there is, and we didn't talk about it really, is the Diamond Anniversary cards for NASCAR. And that's like a 12 card set. And
Was
those
that in
things
the
are
checklist?
beautiful. It's on the master checklist. I don't know. I don't know if it's on the checklist on the website or not, because I downloaded the master checklist from Beckett.
Oh, you're right. It is there. Hold on. Let me share my. I missed that one. So the Diamond Anniversary, it is a 12 card set. Joe Logano, Jeff Gordon, Haley Deegan, Richard Petty, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Danica Patrick, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson.
Yeah, I'm wanting that Richard Petty. I mean, we've seen. Well, I think Misha showed him on his phone last week, but of course, that's that's not a totally accurate representation because they look a lot better in real life than they do on his phone. So
Right.
that's going to be a cool set to chase, and I don't know how they're going to be distributed. I don't know if that's going to be a case hit since there's only 12, or if there's going to be one in every other box. I mean, I don't know how they're going to fall out, but that is, since it's only 12 cards, that's for me is going to be a set worth chasing because I'm all about history and the 75 years and all that stuff. I think it's going to be a really beautiful set to have in the long run. So now I just told everybody to go out and buy the Diamond Anniversary card. So
Yeah,
have fun, everybody.
we'll have to say we'll have to wipe that from the recording. So no, we wouldn't do that, or would we? No, we wouldn't.
Oh, yeah. You may never know because you may never hear this.
Exactly.
Or we could be like Taylor Swift and go back in time.
Oh, don't get me started about that.
Don't even talk about that.
All right, so it's exciting that we're getting this release here. So we got two weeks. Prime Chronicles. I don't know if it's the same buyer. If it's the same folks going after Chronicles, going after Prime. So I'm not sure how that affects the market. Timing these two together probably not good, but it gets the product out here. So I'm hoping we can get caught up. Prisms next, National Treasures, and then we can get on the Donruss. So
Yeah.
get on the 2024.
And Prime to me is like that second tier issue. You've got National Treasures. The way I look at it, you've got National Treasures, then you've got Prime, then you've got Prism, then you've got Chronicles, then you've got Donruss. So that's the way the hierarchy, at least as I see it. I mean, you can comment in the comments and tell us what you think.
I think that's probably a good representation of that. It's a little bit for everybody. So
yeah, there is. Right now, I don't have a job, so I can't really buy much.
well, where I was going with this though is that we had mentioned it. Let's shift gears a little bit to the next subject. Bounties. NASCAR has their first bounty, and I don't know how you want to talk about this. Let's see if I can get one of the slides up for it.
It's the quicker picker upper is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it is. But you don't get the reward. So we have two bounties out by Pristine Auction, $5,000 card bounty. Pull the Tony Barniger auto from Panini Chronicles Racing. Yeah, you get $5,000 in Pristine Auctions credit, and then also another one with Haley Deegan. Now I think this is for the 101, right?
It is the 1 of 1, and as you can see, it says Pristine Auctions on the top of their name up there. Although that one says 1 of 75.
It does.
I thought these were 1 of 1s. Maybe they are not the 1 of 1s. Maybe these are the 1 of 75s. I'm not clear on that. It just says pull this card, or is there multiples? I mean, gosh, now going into this, I thought it was a 1 of 1, but now I'm confused.
Yeah, see, this one doesn't look like it's numbered. but it does
No,
says pristine auction. So it's that card then. That is the card you have to have.
yeah,
So
and that looks like a one of one.
it kind of does, but so this is the first bounty that we've seen in NASCAR. It's 5 grand, but it's in credit. Pristine auctions credit. Now they do have a lot of product or whatever that you could choose from, but I don't know. I'd rather take the cash, but that's
Yeah,
not part of the deal. So
yeah. If they let me keep the card, I'll take the cash. They
yeah,
could crimp it. They could crimp it with their like their little seal or something for like Press Pass used to do. So I mean, and you give me the card back. That way I couldn't redeem it again.
yeah. So I don't know how you feel about bounties. I'm not. I mean, it's great that I guess it brings some attention to it, but I think this is a like adrenaline shot, right? It's not a this is the hit until it gets pulled, and then that's it, right? So it's going to increase the prices for breakers for those spots, and I guess it gets a lot of eyes on it. And does it bring people in who normally wouldn't break? Maybe NASCAR. I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I mean, for sure. I think in a way this legitimizes NASCAR trading cards as a bigger sport now. Because in the past it's kind of been viewed, and this is called what it is. It's been viewed as a redneck sport. I have some family members that, because I like NASCAR, they think I'm just an uneducated bumpkin. And then but and for many years that's been the case, but that's not the case anymore. NASCAR is not a redneck sport. NASCAR is a U.S. sport, and they're looking to start globalizing NASCAR. So it's not just a regional sport anymore. It's not just for the good old boys. This is a legitimate sport with legitimate fans all over the country, and I think this bounty legitimizes that. So and again, and it does bring attention to the NASCAR trading card market, which I think is a good thing. But you may have something to say about that.
Yeah, those good points. But does it offset the like I say the adrenaline hit where you got people buying in trying to get that, and then so they're paying higher prices across the board for breaks for Deegan and Brondinger. How cool would have been if they had the same letter last name that you
Yeah.
could you could just buy the D break or whatever it was, or anyway. Um, and then do we get that letdown after that? That's kind of like the Tom Brady that Topps Fanatics tried to push with the airbrushed, which was massive marketing, I guess, campaign. But after that got pulled, does the product drop? But I guess it all depends on how much that this pumps this product. Now, Prime is a great product to begin with, so I'm assuming they're in Prime and not Chronicles. I didn't look. I don't know if we looked at the checklist last week.
But you know what? If you look at that bounty sheet, it says Chronicles, but then it says when it dropped, that date that they released it. So I think they were actually thinking about Prime, and they put Chronicles in that bounty sheet by mistake. I think we may be wrong. It could be in Chronicles for all we know.
What is that set called?
What, the 75th anniversary
Is that
autograph?
what is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the 75th anniversary autographs.
Were they on the list? Did we look at those? Yes, we did. There it is, 75th. I'm on the we'll go switch gears to Prime here. I changed over to Prime. Suarez, Hamlin, McDowell. We didn't see any 75th anniversary, did we? So there's Broddinger there.
Yeah, there's Brydinger.
And where do I see Haley? Did I already pass her? Bowman.
Yeah, they issued a lot of the 75th anniversary autographs in Prime. And some people are upset about that. I don't see Haley Deegan in there.
I went over it again. I don't see Haley Deegan in it. So maybe, but then, so if I go over to Chronicles and go, is there a 75th? Do you remember seeing that?
I don't remember seeing that in the master checklist.
I didn't see it when we went through it either. So there's Zenith.
So we're creating more of a mystery here than it looks like than we're solving.
Yeah, so it looks like maybe Deegan is not in. Yeah, Deegan is not in Chronicles or Prime, or actually, Deegan's not in Prime, and the 75th anniversary I don't see in Chronicles. So there's no way to find Deegan unless Deegan got slipped in to Prime and it's not on the checklist.
That's entirely possible. We've seen that before.
So more mystery.
That is a mystery. So I guess the thing is, and maybe this is to foster, buying not only Prime but buying Chronicles as well.
Right, but if you can't get them in the product.
Yeah, I'm confused. And Misha mentioned to us privately that they were unaware of this promotion until they actually saw it hit social media. So they didn't know that they had done this. So it was kind of a stealthy thing. I guess when they sent their autographs back, somebody just probably counted them. They probably didn't look at each individual one, and they just went into the feeder to be packed out.
Right.
So in getting back to our counterpoint on this, whether or not this is good for the hobby, the bounties are good or they're bad for the hobby. I mean, I think, another thing that this helps is, a lot of collectors, they can network together and they can help try to find these cards. And it's a good thing for the person or Christine Auctions in this case, who put out the bounty. I think it encourages collectors to open more boxes, which is, for Panini, that's definitely a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing for me, but I think overall, for the NASCAR trading card market as a whole, I think it does benefit Panini for sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if you're a Deegan collector or Tony Bredinger collector, you're pulling for that. Do you keep it and not redeem it there for the break?
Yeah, and I actually have a point on that because that gives the owner of whoever pulled that card the option. Hey, do I want to cash in and make $5,000, or is this card, because of its provenance, going to be worth more in the future than $5,000? I mean, it remains to be seen. It's a crapshoot. Do I cash in now, or do I possibly cash in for a higher amount later? So that does give the owner of that card that option. So if you pull that card, I think that's a good thing too.
You take it, bring it to the show, put it in your display case.
Yeah,
show it off.
Everybody's flock. Well, not everybody. It's not like everybody at the National collects NASCAR, but
they
still,
will now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move on here. We're running out of time.
I just want to say one more thing.
Sure.
Since we're doing point counterpoint, value ignorant slut.
Thank you. All right.
God.
All right. I guess it is time.
Is it time to roll the beautiful bean footage?
It is.
All right, let's bring it on. All right. This week's King's Court is an all prime King's Court. We'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. But for this week, since Prime dropped, we figured we would just go ahead and do all Prime. And one cool thing about this is that all of the pricing this week went out for bidding. We have no best offers, no buy it nows. Everything went out for bidding and went for a price that was a reasonable price for the most part. We'll see. So let's start out with honorable mention number 1. This is on the 6th of February. It's a 2023 Panini Prime Richard Petty Legendary Signatures. It's out of 10. And it went out for bidding, and it ended up at $107.50.
Amazing.
I kind of like those cards. To me, it's kind of like, I get like a 70s groovy vibe from that. You know,
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
With the lines in the back and how they curve and the different colors and stuff. You know, I'm like, hey, man, this is like groovy. So, but I think that's a cool card. His signature looks really good because we've seen some signatures on some cards from him lately, and some of them have looked a little off, and some of the, you know, this one looks really nice. So I think that's a cool card.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, so next, honorable mention number 2. This was also on the 6th of February. It's 2023 Panini Prime Jimmy Johnson, nicknamed Fire Suits, out of 25. Again, this went out for bidding, and it ended at $102.50 with 15 bids. And it's also the nickname one. It's not the one that says Johnson. It says 7-time.
That's nice.
Can you tell? You see the blue and the white back there? Can you tell what that is? That's the E and the S of Lowe's.
Okay.
You can see if you kind of like, you know, blur your eyes and touch your nose and touch your toes, you can see it.
I see it.
It's pretty cool. I
yeah,
like it.
Really nice. Yeah, over $100.
Yeah, it's not bad, really. I don't think. Okay, next is our Joker of the Week. This was again on the 6th of February, 2023 Panini Prime Brad Keselowski Auto Prime Signatures out of red. It's out of 25. And of course, this only went for $13.77 with 7 bids. But the reason I have it as my Joker of the Week is, and you may be able to figure it out, Val, it's on card Brad.
It is on card Brad, and it's not, out of 25, future Hall of Famer for, again, under $20 with shipping.
Yeah, but you know about the whole debacle.
Yes, this is on card. Yes, he has started to sign on card again, which is amazing. He hasn't done that in 12 years.
Yeah, so that's odd. so we're glad to see that. So that's why it's our Joker of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
So cool, man. So next, our Jack of the Week. This was on the 5th of February, 2023 Panini Prime Racing. Daniel Hemrick Jumbo Patch Prime, 1/1 Sunoco rookie contender. And again, this went out for bidding, and it ended at $264 with 29 bids. And to me, this is my favorite patch that I saw when I was going through eBay today. That's a really cool one right there.
That is really nice. I was going to say it's probably about right, maybe a little low. That is an amazing embroidered, because it's got the rookie contenders on it, right? Sunoco rookie.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a unique patch.
Yeah, and like I said, it's embroidered. And have you noticed that if you look over there on the left side of the card in white, with the black lettering, it says Sunoco. So Panini had to print. Not only did they have to, pull all these swatches and put these swatches in, but they actually printed a card that was a 1/1 before they stamped it to match the patch. So that's pretty cool. So that's custom right there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous patch.
Okay, right. Next, our queen of the week. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. Mm-hmm. It's very pretty. But our queen of the week, this is on the 5th of February as well. It's a 2023 Haley Deegan Panini Prime Racing Souvenir Signatures. That's what it says. Sheet metal auto out of 25. And again, it went out for bidding and ended at $140 with 19 bids. So it looks like Haley didn't sign a lot of stuff. There's a lot of them that didn't sign, like Ty freaking Gibbs and William Byron and a whole bunch of drivers that did.
The usual suspects.
Pretty much. Wow. But yeah, $140 for a Haley redemption. So
For a maybe.
you may or may not get it.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So that was kind of the dud of the week, really, since it wasn't a real card. But anyway, our king of the week. This is also on the 5th of February. It's a 2023 Panini Prime Racing Kyle Busch Prime Numbers die cut patch auto, which is really cool. It's out of 2, and it ended at $250 with 34 bids.
Wow.
And of course, you can see it's on card. So that's a really nice, and that's the middle piece.
Right. Yeah. We saw that in a sell sheet.
Yeah. So zoom in on that real quick so I can see how many laps led. Yeah. See, that's the 2 in the 627.
Right.
So that's the middle piece. And then there's a 6 and there's also a 7. And apparently they made 2 of each one of those.
That's going to be limited to make that puzzle.
God, yes. That's going to be a toughie, man. And even tougher to try to get the 1 of each one or the 2 of each one.
I wouldn't even go there. Just get
Yeah.
happy with one of them. So
Just be glad you got one of them out of the 2.
Wow.
But yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Future Hall of Famer for sure, man.
Definitely. All right.
All right, Ace of the Week, 101, again on the 5th of February. 2023 Panini Prime Racing Chase Briscoe, 1 associate sponsor, Jumbo Patch. And this thing went for $600 with 20 bids.
Wow.
For a Mahindra tractor. So I guess one of the executives at Mahindra went, ooh.
Possibly.
I got to get this card.
But it's not mentioned in the name of the listing.
No, it's not. So you would have to go out and look. So you know what? I'm probably wrong.
But I could definitely see, some of these sponsors wanting those patches. So
Definitely. Like if I was CEO of a company and I saw this, man, $600 is nothing. Yeah, let's just buy it.
exactly, to put in your office.
Yeah, display it in your office. That would be a really cool conversation piece.
Sure would. There we go. Again, the power of the patch.
Yes, I love the Prime Jumbo patches. They're so cool, and it looks like to me like there's a lot more of them this year than we've seen in previous years. Because I'm seeing people break boxes and they're getting more than one. So, and not all of them are 1-of-1s. I mean, there's some of them that are out of 11, some of them are out of whatever number.
Right.
So pretty cool.
Awesome.
All right, you're not going to believe this last one, our Royal Flush of the Week.
I hope everybody's sitting down
For this one because this was unbelievable. All right, this was again on the 5th. I think we only had 2 different dates where there were actual cards that were sold on the list here, but this was on the 5th of February, 2023 Panini Prime Racing Casey Kane Jumbo Prime nameplate. And of course, it's 2 of 2. And if you've seen these things in the past, it seems like the first name is always number 2 and the last name is always number 1. I'm not sure why that's the case. I think it's the way they load them up or something.
That is exactly why.
Yeah. But this is the Casey part of the Kane. It went for $4,700 with 54 bids.
That is mind blowing. I'm tempted to look on the bids here, but
I'm sure it was between a couple people.
Yeah, it was a couple people fighting it out here. So I'd be curious to see if that gets relisted. But
yeah, I got a feeling it could very well be relisted. But that's a hefty price. In fact, what made me decide to go with doing just all Prime is because this was overall the second highest priced card of the week.
Wow.
So when I saw that, I said, well, this would make a good, candidate for just having an all Prime King's Court. So yeah, impressive. Yeah, there's some Casey Kane. Somebody really loves Casey Kane out there. In fact, I know a few collectors out there that do love Casey Kane a lot. So yeah. So that's it for this week's King's Court.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
That was awesome. All right. I guess that's it. Anything else we missed here? I feel like we hit all of the high notes today on today's show.
Yeah, there's a lot going on this week. There'll be a lot going on next week, and from here on out through the racing season, it looks like, especially since we're getting all these new releases. So, but anyway, yeah, I've got a few hashtags. Hashtag RCHOF for Racing Car Hall of Fame. Hashtag skid marks. Hashtag slab fire and Ty freaking Gibbs.
All right, got them all in.
I got them all in, so we're good, man.
All right, we appreciate everybody watching, listening to the podcast, YouTube show. Appreciate it very much. If you'll like, if you subscribe to the show, we'll give you a shout out. If you enjoyed the show, please give us a like. Let your friends know, and we'll be back next week with some more amazing informational stuff. So, but for me, Logan, we appreciate everybody hanging in there with us. Hopefully, some nuggets of news there to help collecting. So we're out here. See you next week.